Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast. My name is Christopher Coombs, and on the line we have...
Gaurav Khazanchi. Welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back as usual, even though Chris is not in front of me, sadly. He is on the other side of the line. So, welcome back, everybody.
Hell to the air. We are here for another episode as usual. The weekly So Far So Good podcast. It's a bit of a highlight of the week these days because there's not much going on.
Yeah, that's true. I've got to give ourselves that credit, don't you think? We're here to make your days, weeks, maybe months now even better than they already are.
That's right. But more importantly, we're just doing it for ourselves.
Exactly right. You got to live for yourselves, everyone. Take that as a So Far So Good advice.
Absolutely. Now, we will start it off with the usual introductory questions. I'll kick it off this time because I think you've done the last few first.
Yeah, that's right.
So why not? Now, it's a bit of a topical in the sense that it could be interpreted in many different ways.
Okay.
So the question is, what time would you consider mid-morning?
Mid-morning.
Mid-morning.
Okay, I'm going to say the start of the morning, realistically speaking, is like 7 a.m., okay? Because, yeah, there's some earlier birds, but I'm going to say on average a decent early-ish morning is going to be a 7 a.m.
Okay.
So if end of morning is 11:59, I'm going to say mid-morning is like 10:10. Maybe 9:30, 10.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Nice. I answered it straight. When I first got the question asked to me, I straight away said, about 10 or 11 would be mid-morning.
Oh, great minds, great minds.
But there's a fair few ways that people have actually interpreted it.
Okay.
So some people believe that when it hits 12 a.m., it's technically morning. So if you go, and then 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. is midday.
Yeah.
So would you consider mid-morning in between that? So 6 a.m.?
So like a literal 6... Nah.
That's what some people have put forward.
I understand, like logically, yeah, that's technically that is mid-morning, but there's not many people in the world, I'd say, on average, in general, that wake up at 12 a.m. because it is mid-morning. So I'm talking about in realistic terms. If I'm going to say to someone, let's have breakfast mid-morning, no one's going to meet me at 6 a.m. for breakfast because I'm not going to be awake.
That's
so
right.
that is that's my consideration for this question.
Yeah, I mean, my answer to that was technically yes, but no. Now, I was kind of on the same impression as you because I thought, like 6, 7 a.m. is like the start of the morning. But then when you think about it, 10 to 11 is actually quite a fair bit later, and you're more at midday.
And then 10 to 11 is late.
Exactly. And you've also got to consider that, some tradesmen wake up at, 4, 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I reckon I've changed to 9 to 10 instead of 10 to 11.
No, look, I will agree. I mean, you and I both, in some of our past jobs, have had our fair share of waking up in those early hours, 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Absolutely. Sometimes I'd finish work at 10 a.m.
Yeah, exactly right.
Which you wouldn't consider that mid-morning at that time.
Well, look, for us, it would feel like it's midday, and then, ultimately it would make the day feel so much longer, which is good. Exactly. It's a great thing.
Exactly.
So look, maybe what I take from all this is I will make an effort to try and wake up earlier.
For what reason?
Just you got to seize the day, Carpe diem, bro. Carpe diem.
That's the other thing. Some people are like, I want to try a new challenge. I want to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. But if you don't actually have anything to do, there's just no point doing it.
No, look, I 100% agree. I mean, I'm one... take today, for example. I woke up at very close to 11 a.m., which is what, mid-morning? Late morning.
That is... that's late morning now.
Yeah, look, I'm more of a night person, I will be up late. I'll be awake late in the night. So,
bit of an owl.
Have that sleep in the morning. See, that's how you sleep and you make up for those hours.
Interesting. You can also sleep absolutely anywhere.
So I can sleep anywhere. I can, absolutely true. Yeah, 100%. I think, I mean, we can get to this later, but I can sleep anyway.
All right, hit us up with your question.
Christopher Coombs. Not topical at all. It's just a thought that came to me while I was in the shower earlier this week.
So you're thinking about me in the shower? That's kind of weird.
No, I was thinking about water in the shower, and then I was like, maybe I can ask you. All right, have you ever been caught in a rip?
No, I don't think so, actually.
Okay.
I actually don't think so.
Do you know how to get out if you are caught in a rip?
Well, I'm a strong swimmer, so I could probably just get through it.
That's true. You are a strong swimmer. As he makes it clear in almost every episode, his athletic prowess is quite high in the hierarchy.
Hey, I have never said that. You're the one that always says it.
Okay, fine. As you make it clear, your athletic prowess is quite high.
Speaking of, I have something else to mention regarding that. I will mention a bit later. But Let's get back to the original question. I may have been stuck in a rip, but in all seriousness, you are meant to swim sideways to actually get out of the rip first.
To get out of it. It is scary. See, I think we mentioned it in some past episodes. When we were in Sri Lanka, we were staying at an accommodation right on the beach, which we named Death Beach because it was so scary.
It was intense.
Yeah, legit. I think in my first time going into this beach, I got caught in a rip. And it was very scary.
Was it a rip, though? It wasn't really a rip.
That's what I can't really... I was caught in something, but I can't be sure if it was a definite rip.
What Death Beach had is it just had really fast and aggressive waves. So the wave would push all the way in to the beach, and then it would suck you all the way out. So I wouldn't consider that a rip, because it was technically just pulling you back, and then when the waves calm down, you're kind of good to go.
Oh, no, but it wasn't that. It was like this other thing. It was like I was stuck in this whirlpool of water flowing back beneath me and then water going above me. But I was stuck that's why I'm just calling it a rip, but I'm also...
It could have been, a mini rip, maybe.
But look, I got out of it safely, obviously.
Were you able to swim out of it?
So, I got out of it, I think just by luck. I was just vigorously, paddling myself. And then I was like, was that a rip? And then, I don't know. So I'm going to say it wasn't, but it was close to it. It was a pre-rip.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, nice.
Look, once again, we've gone quite hectic on the intro this episode, but that's fine. So far, so good.
If it's a good intro, you got to do it.
Exactly right. Let's get into it. So far, so good.
Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to the So Far So Good podcast. Now, we're not going to fluff around. We've done enough of that in the intro, so we're going to get straight into it. Even though the entire episode is usually a fluff, but that's okay.
That's what we're all about here at the So Far So Good podcast. Sometimes there's a definitive topic, but other times we're just giving you So Far So Good updates.
Yeah, that's right. And I do have a So Far So Good ISO update. Now, I have spoken about the Ice Olympics, which we spoke heavily about in the last episode. So
that is correct.
If you haven't listened to that yet, do yourself a favour. Have a crack. Now, aside from Ice Olympics, my group decided that we would do a trivia night because one of the Ice Olympics challenges was a 20-question, basically Kahoot. All right? So that was one of the challenges. So then we decided, why don't we make a full trivia night out of it? And so that was last night, which is Saturday night. So we're recording today on a Sunday, which is why Gaurav woke up at 11 a.m.
I mean, all cards on the table here, obviously.
So we did a trivia night. And what I did is I actually went to Caitlin's house to participate in the trivia. Legally, of course, you're allowed to go to your partner's house in Australian isolation rules, as long as you keep your social distancing, which is kind of, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. So I went there to participate in the challenge, the trivia challenge. Now, one of the entries to the trivia is you had to have an alcoholic beverage to actually join the trivia.
Not bad at all.
So everyone had a few drinks. We all put in actually our own topics to the person who was running the trivia.
Yep.
So then you got 3 questions on your topic. But it was still general, knowledge. Like people that don't know that topic could still get it right.
Yeah.
If they generally just know the information, right? So it was actually kind of a drinking game in the end. Because the way it worked was, with your topic, the host gave 3 questions on your topic. So if you got any of those 3 questions wrong, you had to scull your drink.
Oh, wow.
But if you got all 3 of them right, you had to pick someone in the group to scull their drink.
Okay, very good, very good.
All right. So it was quite a good game. Now, this wasn't even the point of the story. I'm just kind of building the background here.
Yeah, as usual,
So,
as usual.
I was at Caitlin's house, and at Caitlin's house, it was me, Caitlin, her brother, and her sister. So there was 4 of us participating in the same house, right?
Okay.
So after a few drinks, and so there was 3 rounds in the trivia as well. So we were at the second break, so it was before the last round. And Caitlin's brother said, "Oh, do you want to give me a haircut?"
Okay.
So I said, "Yeah, why not?" And he's like, "Oh, why don't you give me a mullet?" So my first haircutting experience, I basically just shaved the side and some of the back, so it was just like a right angle.
Yeah.
Around the ear to make it somewhat look like a mullet.
Okay.
So yeah, we just did it because we'd had a few drinks, and then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to actually go to the hairdresser to get my hair cut. So do you want to have a crack at cutting my hair as well? So I just said, just shave the sides and the back and just leave the top as it is, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then he tried to have a bit of a crack at a fade, but we didn't have all the different sizes.
Okay, yeah.
But in the end, actually not a bad haircut. Not a bad haircut.
Did he get the fade decent?
It's not as good as you would get at a hairdresser, but it's like a feasible haircut. Like you could look at the haircut and say, yeah, he got that at a hairdresser.
Dude, that's
because
a good,
some people don't want like a full on fade. You know, some people want the direct, from shave to long.
Yeah.
I would say it's somewhere in between having a fade and not have, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I've tried out a home haircut as well, and the fade turned out fairly decent. It turned out fairly decent.
You did it on yourself, or you did it on someone else?
So no, I did it on myself, and then I got my sister to help me out with like the back of my head. So I could somewhat fade the sides, just taking notes from whatever my barber had done in the past however many years.
So would you now cut your own hair?
100%. I mean, in this time, 100% I would.
Sweet. I'll look forward to seeing it. And I actually saw my mum this morning as well. And she said, "Oh, you've had your hair cut." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it was a home job from Caitlin's brother, actually." And I was like, "What do you reckon?" And she's like, "Yeah, it looks great."
So,
not a bad idea.
You got the go-ahead, so that's all you need.
Looks like I'll be saving myself about $30 a month.
Let me try on your hair one time once this is all over.
Yeah.
Done deal.
100%.
I've also, very coincidentally, actually, we haven't discussed this at all, but we were so sad that the Ice Olympics had finished that we wanted to keep something going, so we started a trivia competition. So one of us will host a trivia night in a specific trivia theme. And we just do it over Zoom. We tried out Kahoot, but we wanted like a proper scoreboard, so we ditched that idea, and we're using Google Forms. And then the host just announces the questions in a shared screen presentation, and we all just fill out the Google form. So it was actually very, very fun throughout the whole trivia night.
So how do you make sure no one's cheating?
Because it's an honesty system, really. And
that's hard, man. That's hard.
Because everyone's on the Zoom video chat, it's sort of hard to, there is a time limit. It's like, here's a question, pick A, B, C, or D, and then it's next. Pick A, B, C, or D, and then it's next. So
what's wrong with the Kahoot format?
It was something to do with a scoreboard. I'll be honest, I got a bit confused when everything was getting planned. But the whole Zoom call makes it a lot more exciting.
Yeah, see, we do it as a Zoom call, and then we just have the host sharing their screen, which is the Kahoot screen. So we all look at it on there, and then we just answer the questions as we go. But with the trivia night, we don't do it based on who got the most points, so you don't need to rush to get your answer. It's just at the end how many you got correct.
Yeah, we base it on correctness as well. Kahoot's a great app, by the way. We tried it out. Such a good app. Highly recommend for anyone who wants to do trivia.
Yeah, Kahoot's the best way to do it, man. For sure.
Great app. Now, Chris, I believe you have recently found a new fame in a new app. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to actually mention when you were talking about athletic prowess, or however you were pronouncing it.
I thought you were going to mention the beep test, but this is even better than...
Oh, yeah, I haven't actually done that yet. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to.
Okay,
it's
good.
on the cards. But during this sort of isolation time, there's, I don't know, for some reason, like, I'm still working and kind of doing most things that I already was. I guess the only things I can't do is go to an outing or go to the gym. So I'm doing home workouts instead. But somehow it still seems like I have all this extra time.
Yeah, 100% you do, 100%.
Yeah, it still seems that way. So I thought, why not get in the game of doing trick shots? Reason
Trick shots
is,
on.
trick shots, because I've always done them. There's a good game that you can play with people when you go to a basketball court called Horse. Have you played that game?
Yeah, you and your brother Tim Coombs actually taught me Horse.
Yep, that's right. Most people on here will know the game Horse, I presume. I don't think we really need to explain it. You can have a Google if need be. But I've always been into doing trick shots, and I've always been like, decently good at them.
And he's talking about basketball, in basketball.
Yeah, well, even anything really, just like interesting sort of trick shots. So I thought, why not get into the game of recording them, since I do them for fun anyway.
Yeah.
And why not post them up on a recent booming platform just to see how it goes?
Yeah, which platform?
I'll let you explain how you came across it.
Well, what I call it is trick shots on TikTok. So he's created his own channel on TikTok, the very, very newish famous app, and he just started posting up trick shot videos. So give it a follow. Chris can drop his name on So Far So Good Podcast on Instagram.
Then you can have a look, have a follow. I'm brand new and I've only literally just told people about it. I thought I'd post up, 5 or 6 videos before I told anyone. Just like we did with So Far So Good Podcast, actually.
Exactly right.
Yeah, the name is Coomsy Things.
Coomsy Things. Trick shots on TikTok. I think you should change the name to that. Trick shots on TikTok. It's got a good ring to it.
So if you got nothing to do, have a look, have a watch, have a listen, and you'll not be disappointed.
Interesting thing about TikTok, actually, the USA has actually banned it with their military and the government officials. As in,
they're not allowed to watch it?
So they're not on their sort of work phones and whatnot. They're not actually allowed to have it. Even on their personal phones, they're not recommended to have it because the app is actually owned by a Chinese company, which they've openly admitted to, what sort of things they track and whatnot. I mean, every app does, but they do a lot of tracking and data collection, like keystroke, memory, and search history, all of that. So just to be like safe for spies and whatnot, that sort of thing, the USA's banned it in those sort of areas.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty hectic.
Crazy.
Pretty hectic.
Where'd you hear that?
I heard that through Jen, and then I saw the press conference, the official press conference, where they were saying there's like an official law that they're not, the military and stuff aren't allowed to use it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, hectic things, man. Hectic things.
Yeah, wow. TikTok are absolutely killing it as well.
Yeah, I think it's
the amount of people that are on it. It's insane.
Yeah, especially the time right now. I think I don't know. I'm on it now a lot more, but I think it's a good time to be on it because it's very easy entertainment.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And some of the top channels, I think there's a girl who has about 45 million followers, and apparently every single post they earn about $6,000 to $7,000.
Wow.
And each post could be only 5 to 20 second video.
That is crazy. It's like the new YouTube.
Yeah, and a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly right.
If you think about it, if you think about it, like with TikTok, you literally just record on your phone. You like go into TikTok, upload the video, chuck some music on it, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean,
And then,
depending on what kind of video, some people take it to the next level with editing and stuff. But
yeah,
realistically, if you do, let's say, you have a dancing channel, you learn the dance. If you're a good dancer, it might only take you 20 minutes. Then you record it, put the music on, done.
yeah,
Whereas
exactly right.
YouTube's a long process to really get your videos up there.
That's true. That's true. A lot more competitive as well, I guess. Actually, they're both equally as competitive now.
But
Yeah.
I think TikTok's easier to spread yourself because it's just quick videos. And
Yeah, that's true. You're literally just scrolling through.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's quite interesting.
I also recommend it's some good time pass entertainment, so go for it, everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, the main part of our episode, we actually wanted to discuss some of our unpopular opinions, and we actually put out a public announcement to ask you guys if you have any unpopular opinions as well. So I think we should get straight into that.
Yeah, let's do it. Do you want to say a couple of yours first?
I'll start with a couple of mine. So these, I'm openly admitting, are my personal unpopular opinions.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like I get frowned upon sometimes when I go to Nando's and I get a combo, and instead of getting peri peri chips, I get the grilled corn. So I feel like that is
That's
a little
so
bit of
bad.
an unpopular opinion.
That is terrible.
Look, it's not always. It's just that sometimes I don't want an abundance of chips. So I'll go
What
for
is
it.
it? What is it with you and corn? You
Well,
get
corn is great.
You get corn everywhere you go. You know your body doesn't break that down.
It's fine. It's it's corn. It's good. It's delicious. You got to go for it. So it's probably an unpopular opinion. I mean, you obviously don't like it that much.
That's yeah. I don't think anyone in the world would choose corn over peri peri chips. Come
It's
on.
not every time. It's just sometimes. I love peri peri chips. Don't get me wrong.
No, but
It's
what I'm
just-
saying is I don't think anyone in the world has ever made that decision.
Okay, fair enough. Well, there you go. Unpopular. There you
Even
go.
once. Even one. Nah. No one's ever done that. That's crazy.
It's okay. I didn't think it was
That's
that
crazy.
unpopular, but here we are. Okay. Here's one more from me. I think maybe not these days, but back when it was big, I think Emma Watson was a bit overrated.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that for
Okay,
sure.
it's a
She's
bit-
way overrated.
look, she's like absolutely stunning and whatnot. Great actor. But I just I just felt like the hype was just way overhyped. Like people were talking about it like she's the greatest thing in the world, but like
It's because of what she's done outside of her acting, I think.
yeah, possibly.
But a lot of
possibly.
people were just talking about her just like with her acting as Hermione, like that they were just in love with Hermione.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
yeah.
I was never in love with Hermione when I was watching Harry Potter. Never.
Yeah. I was never like in love with her. I mean, I loved all the characters, but I was never in love with Hermione.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, okay. It might not be that unpopular, but I feel like it is an unpopular opinion.
I reckon it would be about 50-50 on that one.
Yeah, well, maybe these days, maybe it's changed
reckon,
over
yeah.
time. Look,
Yeah,
an
potentially.
unpopular opinion that ties in very well to that. I still love Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Do-
True. You actually did always love her back in the day.
You took a long time to think about that.
No, because I was just thinking, because I remember you were actually obsessed with her in high school.
Yeah. She was always my fave. She was always my fave.
So you're
So-
still obsessed with her?
I still, I'm not obsessed. I don't think I would ever obsessed, but she was always like my number one. So,
You were obsessed.
so Emma Watson never took over Jessica Alba for me.
Nah, no chance.
Give us some of your unpopular opinions.
I think we've discussed this one before, but I would say barbecue sauce is better than tomato sauce.
Dude, 100% agree. You know what?
Really?
Unpopular
What?
opinion. I think tomato sauce is the most basic sauce out of all the sauces.
It's the worst thing ever, literally.
Like I guess it is the start of all the sauces, maybe. Don't quote me. But It's never my first option. If I
It's
have
what a
options of
little.
sauces,
It's like it's what a little kid has with their nuggets because they're scared to eat anything else.
100%. So if there's tomato sauce and other sauces, I'm most likely not even touching the tomato sauce.
Do you know? I saw someone once put bread in the toaster for their breakfast, and then they put tomato sauce on the toast and ate it. Is that not the most disgusting thing you've ever heard of?
It does not sound very appealing at all.
That is actually worse than that drink challenge that I did.
I was just about to say, that sounds like a challenge that you would make up.
100%.
Okay.
Now, I've got one. This may not be an unpopular opinion. I think this one would also be potentially a 50-50 opinion.
Okay.
But I don't like having pickles in my burger.
Ooh, okay.
I know you like pickles.
No. I'll tell you what. I think for about 3/4 of my life, I would not get pickles or take it out. But then I didn't really care. Like, I started not caring. I don't care if there's pickles in it or not.
The thing with the pickle is it's such a dominant thing that as soon as the pickle enters the bite, all you can taste is a pickle.
That's exactly what you say about sauces, though.
Pretty much.
Okay, on the pickles topic, here is, I think, an unpopular opinion that I've got noted down.
Okay.
I think pickle juice is delicious.
Oh, yuck.
So you know when you get like a jar of gherkins or pickles,
Oh, dude.
and there's that juice left over? I think that's delicious. I think it tastes good. I'm not going to have a whole glass of it, but if I
Do you remember when we had that pickle shot?
Yes, I was just about to bring that up.
At that engagement party we went to?
Yeah, we had an engagement party, and there was all these creative drinks, and then there was this whiskey shot that you have to chase with pickle juice, and then it was delicious.
Yeah.
I think it was a great shot. It was so good.
Yeah, but the funniest thing was I kept saying all night that the pickle juice was worse than the actual shot of alcohol.
Well, there you go.
I'm telling you.
So
it was meant to be the chase for the alcohol.
Yeah.
But it ended up being worse than the alcohol.
Well, that's just on pickles. On the food topic, and I've said this many times, pineapple is great on pizza.
See, that's another 50-50 one, I reckon.
I feel like it's more unpopular these days.
Really?
Yeah. But also on the alcohol level, I think this is very unpopular. I don't think vodka is that great. Yeah. I feel like vodka's mad overrated.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, I don't know what it is about vodka. I guess if you mix it with like soft drink, you can barely taste it. I think.
Yeah, I remember you and I tried one of the more expensive ones not too long ago, and it was an enjoyable experience, I guess, because it was easy to have. Yeah. But look, another unpopular opinion on the same topic. I think gin and tonics are fantastic. So yeah, I've recently heard a lot of hate about gin and tonics. So apparently
they're just a bit too sour. I think that's why people don't like them as much.
Yeah.
Like, it's very sour. You have to be... Yeah, mouth has to be acquired to that kind of taste.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Now, I've got a few entertainment sort of ones.
Okay.
First one, I would say the TV show Friends is boring.
Oh, that's definitely unpopular, Barack. Definitely I'm not agreeing with you on that.
Yeah, someone out there will agree with me. Like, and I was saying this to you a couple episodes ago when we were talking about sitcoms, is that if I had a choice, Friends would probably be my last choice to watch.
Fair enough. I mean, you're allowed to.
I'm just not a fan. The humor is just, I don't know, it's just like lame humor.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I don't know either, bro.
Can't vibe with it. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, I know, but
yeah.
That's why it's an unpopular opinion.
It's definitely unpopular. I'm not gonna lie. It's not even 50. You're probably in the low 2 percentile or something like that.
Yeah, I reckon pretty low.
Yeah,
probably 2% or lower.
That's harsh. But look, it's fine. You're allowed to not like it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Next, I would say is superhero movies just suck.
Gonna have to disagree there as well. I mean,
someone's got to be out there agreeing with that one.
Some of them, no, I feel like that's not that underrated. I feel like that's more of a 50-50. A lot of them do absolutely suck, but there are a lot that are fairly decent, especially if they've nailed it and they've really got the story that you've grown up with as a kid with comics and cartoons, and they've really got the story right in live action. And then you're like, wow, it's like complete. So that's why.
Even when I was growing up, I wasn't involved with any sort of superhero stuff.
Yeah, see,
I watched other shows. I don't know.
But you've even with me, we've both watched a fair few, of the Avengers, Captain America together.
Yeah, I try, man, but the I don't know. Like sometimes there's good humor in them, which I like.
Yeah.
Sometimes the storylines are decent.
Yeah.
But as soon as it gets to the action parts, it's just I don't know, man. I think I'm more like realistic things, that's coming up to my next point. But yeah, I don't know. But it's weird because at the same time, I do like fantasy movies.
But yeah, you kind of do. I mean, you haven't helped yourself by not watching Lord of the Rings, but yeah, you do somewhat like fantasy. I guess I'll have to agree with you there. Look,
like something like Avatar, I really like that, but that's completely unrealistic. Maybe it's because superhero movies are like, it's like almost like it's real people, but then everything becomes completely unrealistic. Whereas Avatar, going in that it's not real, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the same with superhero movies, but I don't know. I can't vibe with superhero movies, man.
That's right, man. That's right. I feel like that's more of a 50-50 as well. Like,
you reckon?
I don't think you're that.
But like, for example, Avengers, that's like completely sold out as soon as it comes out. Like,
yeah. But look,
there's more than 50% of people watching that.
Okay, yeah, you're right there. There's a huge following for sure, but there's also a lot. I see a lot of people just hating on them because it's just blockbuster money making movies, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Especially when they just make sequels and sequels and sequels.
Yeah,
like Spider-Man, they just keep going with Spider-Man because
they do, especially with the Origins, they keep going. But look, Spider-Man is one of the good ones, I've got to say. It's one of the good ones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Spider-Man's one of the...
For sure.
On the topic of superhero movies, I've actually got this written down. This is not an unpopular opinion because of what it is. You'll know when I explain it. But it's unpopular because people will disagree because they have a different opinion. So this is what it is. The 2015 Fantastic Four remake is the worst movie in the world. That is my...
Wow.
I mean...
The worst movie in the world.
In the world. That's why it's unpopular, because people are going to be like,
worse than Boo?
Yeah, it's definitely worse than Boo.
Wow.
I'll tell you why. So this is why it's unpopular. Unpopular because people are going to say, nah, this was the worst movie, that was the worst movie. Not because people are going to disagree that it's a bad movie. I think most people will agree it's a bad movie. But it's just so bad. Firstly, it was made in 2015, where you have an unlimited resources of effects and graphics, whatever. You have so many good writers, all of that. But someone actually looked at the script and thought, wow, let's spend millions of dollars on this story. It is so bad. I cannot... It is... I cut so many movies slack because of this movie. I've seen so many more bad movies, and I think, nah, it's not as bad as Fantastic Four the remake.
So are you saying I should watch it just to see how bad it was?
I've actually recommended it to so many people to watch because of how bad it is. So it is on Netflix at the moment. It's got a big star cast. It's got Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara. I don't understand. I can't believe how bad it is. It's so bad.
Interesting. Was the original really good, or
in comparison? Yeah. Firstly, I think the first mistake they made is not recasting Jessica Alba, because she was in the first two.
It always comes back to her, doesn't it?
But look, the first ones got a lot of hate. People said they were terrible Fantastic Four movies. And look, they weren't the greatest. But if you watch it in comparison, those movies were made in the early 2000s, and so you're not going to get the greatest thing. But
well, I'm doing a bit of research as we speak, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like the original was 2000. No. The original was 1994, which was a TV series.
Oh, no, forget the TV series.
Then they brought it out as a movie in 2005.
Yeah.
Where they've got on IMDb as 5.7, which is, I guess quite low for that kind of
it's at least it's got a 5.
They then brought out another one in 2007.
Yep, The Rise of the Silver Surfer.
That's the one. That got 5.6, so on par with the first one.
Yep.
Then you're talking about the 2015 one.
Yep.
Which is
10
currently
years
sitting
later.
on, yeah, 10 years later. It's currently sitting on 4.3.
That deserves a negative 12.
Wow.
I don't know how it got 4. That is ridiculous.
Okay, so do I need to watch the originals to see how bad the new one is?
Look, probably not. Probably not. Nah.
So I could just straight out watch the 2015 one and know what you're talking about.
Straight out watch the 2051 and then watch the Cinema Sins YouTube channel. He makes these episodes called Everything Wrong with So-and-So Movie in 15 minutes or less.
Okay, yep.
Then watch that, and then come to me. I reckon I can do a whole So Far So Good podcast episode pointing out things that are bad at that. I reckon I can do a whole season on how bad that... I'm so disappointed in that movie.
I'm actually so excited to watch it.
I can't believe you're going to watch this. Not Lord of the Rings. Oh my God.
I'm going to watch it like straight up.
Okay, please watch it. Please watch it. Oh, the last scene, I want to vomit thinking about it. It's so bad. Oh, I mean, we're not sponsored by this movie, obviously. So, but still watch it to see how bad it is.
Yep. All right. We'll do it.
Okay, that's my rant.
Now, moving on to my next one. Now, I was saying that I like realistic things, which is why I had one related to that. Now, what I was going to say is that documentaries and docu-series are better than movies and TV shows.
Look, I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. You know, there's a lot of documentary fans out there. I'm a big fan of documentaries as well.
Would you say they're better than movies? Now you can't say your usual answer of they're so different, so you can't really say. You have to choose. You have to choose one or the other.
Okay, if I had to pick one for the rest of my life...
Okay, let's say, you can own... Okay, for the rest of your life, you lose movies or you lose documentaries. Which one?
Rest of my life, it's lose documentaries.
Wow, so you like movies better?
Yeah, if it comes to an ultimatum, I'm going to have to get rid of docos.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is tough, but...
I'd go the other way around for sure.
I know. Because you are more of a realistic one. You're more of a realistic one. Nothing wrong with that. We actually had a listener message in about a documentary, didn't we?
Yes, we did. May as well bring that one up while we're here.
Yeah.
Do you want to say it?
Okay, so Person X said... We're going to keep it anonymous because these are probably unpopular opinions. The Tiger King documentary is overhyped.
I don't even know where to start with this one.
Okay, I'll start.
I could go an entire episode rebuttaling that statement. And, I think we will actually do a major segment on this documentary at some point.
No, yeah, we probably will. I mean, look, really
episode,
quickly
actually.
on it. I watched binged it, loved it. I feel like Person X is not saying it was bad. I feel like they're just saying it was overhyped, which I can kind of see. And I just feel like it's the time and place. I think because of the time we're in, it just got a lot of popularity. And then maybe that's why this person's finding it overhyped. But I'm not going to say it's a bad... It was really entertaining and enjoyable. And just a very well-made doco. So I recommend it. But I can also see what this person is saying. Like, yeah, maybe there's a bit too much hype, but I feel like it's just because so many people are seeing it at once, and then everyone's talking about it, it may seem overhyped, but it's just giving the wrong impression that it's the best thing in the world. So I can see both sides.
Which is exactly why that's literally the definition of an unpopular opinion. Because if something's hyped that much by that many people, if you're thinking it is overhyped, then it is an unpopular opinion. But like that's like me saying sauce is overrated. Obviously, that's unpopular opinion because the sauce industry is booming. I think.
Kind of a okay example, but I think what it is sometimes hype will have a negative impact on the actual thing. If you constantly talk about something and say it's the best thing in the world, and then you actually get around to watching it, you're like, your expectations are so high, and then now you're saying, it was a bit overhyped. So I guess once again, it's that time and place thing. You have to maybe if you saw it really early on and then missed the hype because you saw it, you're going to have a different opinion. But because you watched it
Yeah.
after the hype, you're now like, nah, that was overhyped.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, I agree.
it's probably a case of that. It's probably a case of that.
Yeah, I think we'll dive deeper into that next episode, I reckon.
Yeah, probably true.
But I'll put one of mine out there. This is the last one of mine before we go into only all. Are you done with yours?
Yeah, pretty much. Look, to be honest.
All right, I've got one more of mine, and then we'll delve into all the fan send-throughs.
Yeah, for sure.
So mine is an interesting one. So I would prefer a Samsung phone over an iPhone, but I would prefer an Apple laptop over a PC laptop.
Oof. I agree with you with half of that. I prefer PC still. And look, I don't have anything. I make a lot of jokes about Apple phones. I don't really hate them or anything. But my preference for Samsung is mainly because I've always had a Samsung. But I'm also always glad that I chose to go with Android because I just like it a lot better.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
There's just more freedom.
100%.
The only thing is the new iPhones, man, those cameras are elite.
Oh, they're actually so
elite,
good. They're amazing. They're amazing.
And what you can do with them.
The Pixel and stuff have great cameras too, but I don't know. iPhone does it differently and they look amazing.
Yeah, they definitely do it differently.
Yeah.
And iPhone, having an iPhone right now could, I reckon, boost my TikTok game a bit.
Your camera's fine. I'm telling you, it's fine. Dude.
I'm still using my good old Samsung Galaxy S8.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong. That was top of the line camera at one point.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, so nothing wrong with that.
All right, we'll go into another one now. I think we've spoken about this before, but I've had another person send through saying that Nando's is overrated.
Ooh, okay.
Now, you did mention that you are not a fan of the peri chips. You're a fan of the fried corn.
Don't change my words here. I said I love them both, but sometimes when I choose the corn over the chips, I get some hate.
That's just such a bad choice. But anyway, so Nando's being overrated. We've briefly spoken about this before. What are your thoughts on that one?
I feel like Nando's is rated. I think there's a lot of lovers of it. That's
right. We have spoken about that, saying it was rated.
Yeah, definitely think it's rated.
But interesting to see that fans are really pushing this overrated Nando's thing. It's interesting.
Nothing wrong with it. I recommend Nando's. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Another one from a fan sent through is eating before brushing your teeth in the morning is disgusting.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Now I can give a bit of a story to this, but you go first on that one.
I was gonna say I've experienced both ways. I've done both. I'm not gonna hate on either or. So yeah, I mean yeah. Give us your story.
All right. Well, my story is I grew up waking up, eating, and then brushing my teeth.
Okay.
Reason for that is because let's say you eat at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
You've then got clean teeth for the whole duration up until, I don't know, potentially lunchtime or whatever.
Yeah.
But ever since I met Caitlin, she converted me to brushing your teeth first thing you wake up.
Yeah.
And now I just can't go back.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
that is my main, like I've said I've tried both, but yeah, my day-to-day is brushing first.
Yeah, there is another few little things I can comment on is that I used to not do it because my parents taught me that if you brush your teeth before you eat, then the toothpaste is in your mouth is going to make the food taste weird.
Yeah.
That just, I don't know, that it used to affect me when I was a kid, but now I brush my teeth and like literally 10 seconds later, the toothpaste like taste is gone.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't
really
last very
affect me
long
whatsoever.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, you're technically not meant to brush your teeth within half an hour of eating. So I used to, when I was a kid, I used to literally eat breakfast, then straight away brush my teeth, which is not the right thing to do because when you eat, I don't know what it's called, I guess the white stuff on your teeth. What's that stuff called? What's like the outside layer of your teeth called?
Enamel?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Don't quote us.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
I heard this once. It might not even be a fact, but actually, a dentist did tell me once.
Okay.
So she said, don't brush your teeth within half an hour of eating because when you eat, it makes and I think it's the enamel, it makes it like sensitive. So then when you brush straight away, you're actually like attacking that enamel when it's at its weakest.
You're like grinding it away.
Yeah, so you're essentially grinding your teeth away. It's especially if you have sugar. Like if you have anything sugary, like literally wait an hour.
Yep.
I mean, look, I'm not a dentist. I'm not an expert at all, but I did hear that from a dentist when I got a checkup once.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I haven't had a checkup for about 8 years. But
yeah, I mean, look, no,
my teeth are probably cooked at this point.
It's a good. I like. It was a very different style of unpopular opinion. So well done, listener.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Now I've got another movie one. I was not happy with this one at all.
Okay.
And I think you'll be the same. All right, the movie Us isn't that good of a movie, and it's way overhyped.
I guess we already disagree. We did a whole episode on that movie, but
absolutely.
Look, I feel like that once again is a similar situation to the Tiger King, where it's if you saw it after the major hype, you might have had very high expectations. But look, I think it was a great movie, very well executed, a lot of thought put into it. Maybe there was a lot of hype, but I'm not going to say it was overrated.
You know, it's interesting when we're talking about all this hype on movies and things like that, is that half the time, you know, when you read a review, if you see what star rating it is, or if you watch a trailer, it puts an opinion in your head. I think the best way to watch a movie is to just go in knowing the smallest amount possible
Yep. 100%.
Before watching the movie. So
I totally
then you
agree.
can actually enjoy it for what it is and make up your own decision.
Absolutely, totally agree. And that's why we're both haters of spoilers. So this is how it is.
Yep. All right, next one from a listener is... It's Tiger King related.
Okay.
The unpopular opinion is this person thinks that Carol Baskin did not kill her husband.
Okay. So kind of spoilers. It's like comes in the very early episodes of the series. If you watch it, you'll see why it's unpopular. So I'll just say
I think we'll delve a bit more into it when we chat all things Tiger King.
Yeah, exactly right.
I would say that is definitely an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, it's got to be unpopular for sure.
All right, next one from a couple of fans. Actually, 2 people sent me the same thing, actually.
Okay.
With this one. Because we have spoken in a previous episode about peanut butter.
Yeah.
Some people like smooth. Some people like crunchy.
Yeah.
You, unfortunately, like crunchy.
Unpopular thing, there you go.
This is an unpopular opinion saying that crunchy peanut butter is better than smooth.
100% agree. Well done, you soft soul. You're an absolute soft soul. Thank you.
What I want to know, I actually want to know which is more popular. Do you reckon we could find that out from a Google search?
Probably. I reckon there's some sort of survey done in 1990 something.
All right, so this is American related. 49% of Americans prefer peanut butter, while 29% want theirs crunchy. So where's the rest of the percent?
That's all of it, isn't it?
That's 49% and 29%. So where's the
Oh,
rest?
yeah. That's not 100.
There's still another 22% there.
Look, well, I guess from that,
strange.
you'd say smooth is more popular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking like it.
Actually, there's one that I saw at the shops recently. It was called Smrunchy, and it's a blend between smooth and crunchy peanut butter.
What is it? Smunchy?
Smrunchy. Blend between smooth and crunchy.
So it's just like...
I guess it's smooth peanut butter, with a little bit of chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Good invention.
That's interesting. All right, so next one coming through... Oh, is also spread related.
Okay.
So this one is saying that Nutella sucks and Vegemite is the best brown spread.
I 100% disagree with that. Nutella is one of the best spreads, and Vegemite shouldn't have been invented.
Look, I can agree with the listener in the sense that Nutella is just melted chocolate, isn't it? Basically.
Nah, it's chocolate hazelnut spread. It's not just a chocolate. Like it's
like at the end of the day, it's chocolate. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah, but what's wrong with chocolate?
Do you really want chocolate for breakfast
And
on your toast?
no one's forcing you to have it in the morning. You can have it
Come on,
whenever
man.
you want.
Come on, man. That's got to be the most unhealthy breakfast ever.
Nah, and Vegemite, all it is black salt in a liquid form. So,
Well, we don't know technically what's in Vegemite.
that's
Technically, we don't
even
know.
worse. At least you know what's in Nutella.
Look, Vegemite is just strange. Like the whole, you could do a whole episode on Vegemite. It's just such a strange thing.
Yeah, yeah.
If I ever have Vegemite, I just have the smallest amount, and I can go with that. But some people go next level with their Vegemite.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like
not a
if I put peanut butter, it's like a full layer. Like it's melting. Like it's a full on.
yeah,
Like
it's corner to
it's
corner.
not even.
edge to
I'm not
edge.
even spreading it. I'm literally just chucking it on. There's so much. But Vegemite, I would put a very very minimal amount.
Yeah.
And then Nutella. I mean, it's chocolate. Like if you want chocolate, go eat a chocolate bar. Anyway.
It's not just chocolate. Okay.
All right, we have one more listener send through to us. Now, they have sent through two.
Okay.
First one is Friends, the TV show Friends related.
Okay.
So you know your friends. So let's see what you think about this.
Okay.
They are saying that Monica is a better character than Rachel.
I totally agree.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. I agree. Actually, my
Yeah.
favorite character would be Phoebe. If I had to pick out of the girls.
Really?
And out of the guys, I'd go with Joey.
Oh, yeah, you got to go with
Yeah,
Joey for sure.
yeah. I guess that's a popular
Joey
opinion.
makes the show. If Joey wasn't there, the show would be worse than what it already is.
Yeah, it's not a bad show. Yeah, no, Monica.
Alright.
If I had to pick out of the two, I'd pick Monica.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, it may not be an unpopular opinion then.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Now, the last one we have for you, which is from the same listener here. This is topical.
Okay.
It's also character related.
Okay.
I'm very, very eager to see your opinion on this one.
Okay.
So this listener has said that Severus Snape is better than Albus Dumbledore.
In what way? In like magical power?
It just says Severus Snape over Albus Dumbledore.
I disagree. No, I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in this listener's head.
Look,
what
he's a
what
great.
has made her come to that conclusion?
He's a great character, and there's a lot of Snape lovers because of the whole story. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Oh, come on! If you haven't watched Harry Potter by now, let's
No, we've got to
You
give
can
people.
say it. You can say it.
Okay,
Nah, you
I'll
can
say spoiler alert. Because of the end
Alright.
and how he turns out to be a good guy and whatnot, and his whole love. Yeah, that's fine. But come on, man! Like that fight between Dumbledore and Voldemort. Dumbledore's the chillest guy. He's so cool.
He's 666 years old.
Yeah, dude, come on, man, come on.
And how much does he help Harry?
Wait.
Like, yes, Snape ends up being like a good guy in a way. Like, look at Dumbledore, man. He was a great guy in the public eye at all times.
Yeah, exactly right. And yeah, maybe there was some hate for him in the past, but what a top bloke, man. What a top bloke.
Yeah, I'd have to disagree.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I would say that's another one that's probably less than 5% would agree with that. I
But
reckon.
there are a lot of huge Snape fans, so this would also be interesting to find out. But I am going to go Dumbledore over Snape if I had to pick.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that wraps us up for this episode.
Yeah.
So, quite a good episode. I enjoyed that one, and I'm glad it went longer than usual
Yeah.
due to isolation things. It's made time for us go a little bit quicker, getting a little bit closer to being able to live our lives again.
Yep. Every day it gets closer. So hopefully this makes your day, week, month, year better. So thank you so much for tuning into the So Far So Good podcast this week.
We appreciate you guys listening in each and every week, and we love putting it out to you guys. And as usual, we will catch you on the next episode.
Goodbye. He's such a... Is you're still recording?
If you got any of the topics, any of the questions wrong in your topic of your, like, she'll... Far out, this is bloody hard to explain.
Go try
So
again,
basically... Okay.
There
I'm
you go.
telling you.
Unpopular opinion.
So, it was meant to, like... Bloody, what's the word? What's the word for you have it? Oh, it was meant to be the chase for the alcohol.
In the platform, a new platform.
Dude, you're cutting out, man.
Yo, was it my mic? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's cutting out a bit, though.
I'll call you back 1 sec.
Alright.